Hello. So, I did end up posting a video. Sorry, there's something on my phone. Um, when I said I was going to the next day from the last video. So I'm posting it now. I finished that thing that I was making. I got it right here. I really like how it turned out. I don't know if I'll make another one. Yeah. I was supposed to do a border around the cuffs, or for the cuffs, but I decided not to. The sleeves are long enough to just the way I like it, so I didn't see a need into doing them. It looks fine without having the extra around it, and my hair's wild today. I have my hair in braids, and then I took it out, and then this is how it is after the braids. So that's done. If you hear grunting or squeaky noises, it's my 3-month-old. He's awake, but content for now. I haven't bought any more yarn. I don't think. No yarn purchases. Another thing that I've been working on, one of my co-workers asked me if I could make her father a blanket for Christmas. And his favorite flower is sunflowers, so it's going to be a sunflower granny square blanket. I have seven squares done. Well, I got 20 of them done like this, and then the rest, 7 of them, I have to still add the border on there. The border was a last minute thing, and I asked her, I'm like, do you want a border or no border? She's like, yeah, do a border. So I had already done 27 of them, so I figured it would make more sense to go back and put the border on the ones that I already did, and then continue on from there. So I got a little baggie for them. My husband got it at his job. I tell him any little baggies like that, if they're clean, because he's a mechanic, if they're clean enough, and like there's no oil or grease or anything like that in the bag, I'll take them, because it's perfect for things like this, or little mini projects. So I have that I'm working on. That I have until Christmas, so I'm not like too much of it in a hurry to get that done. But I'm trying to make it so that I at least have it done by November. That's my goal. There should be plenty enough time to finish it. Another thing that I'm making is, it's out of the Crocheting Now magazine. This one. Issue 30. And this pattern. Surfing USA. The original yarn that I wanted to use, I didn't have enough. It was Yarn Bees Enhancement, I think, and the color is Royalty. There's a glare on my glasses. Let's scooch up. Maybe it'll go away. So, since it calls for 100 grams, that's 100 grams, but I was maybe halfway through, and I was almost done with the yarn, so I had to pull it all out. I was very sad. But my husband helped me with that because it has sequins in it. I'll grab it and show you. Excuse me for a minute. Yeah. You see the sequins? I'll put my shirt down. Sorry for the flashing of my side. Yeah, the color is Royalty. Oh, Enchantress. And then the color. So yeah, like I was really excited about using this, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna look so pretty when it's done, and I could wear it like if I go out and I have like a dress on, wrap something around my neck to keep it so I'm not too cold. But now I do want to try and make the Surfing USA shawl. I think it's, yeah, shawl with this, but I have to get another one or something similar that would go with it. There's a cat behind me. Our cat, not just some random cat. But instead, I'm using Cascade Yarns Superwash, and the color is, oh, the color number is 110. If it'll focus. There we go. And this is what I've got done of it so far. I've never tried one of these type of scarf or shawls. I don't know if it's scarf. It's a scarf, not a shawl. But I've always liked the way they looked, so I wanted to try one. And I don't do good at knitting, so I'm glad I found one that's actually in crochet. And it's got little ice cream stitch marker. It came with one of the crochet magazines. I don't remember which one. But yeah, there's that. And these were Hank's. My husband, as awesome as he is, he rolled them up in a ball for me. Cause I get too frustrated, and he can sit there for hours. He sat there, the one, because I kind of messed it up and got it all knotted. He sat there for an hour and a half, unknotting it and rolling it up for me. And he also rolled this up after he took out, he took out what I did and he rolled it up. That was fun, because with the sequins it gets stuck. It was getting stuck, and yeah, I was about ready to give up. I was like, I'll just leave it because I'm not going to use it right now, so I don't need. But I'm glad I got it rolled up, so that way I didn't have to worry about it when I actually go to use it. I got cat hair all over me. But yeah, that's that. My son is sleeping now. I haven't really done much of anything else. I was gonna make, or I'm not was, but I am going to make my son a hat, and I don't remember where I put the yarn. It's like a dark green and a light green. And it's only a 50-gram ball, so it's not gonna be. I don't have enough to do anything for me, so I'm like, oh, I'll do something for him. And he turned 3 months old yesterday. And now he's awake again. So this may be a short video. He's grown out of all of his newborn clothes. So earlier today I was going through those and putting them in a box to either donate or give to a friend, or it's like I have a couple of friends that just had babies, and one of my cousins just had a baby. And 2 of my cousins just had a baby, but one cousin had one before I had my son, so I don't think those clothes that I have would fit the one that's older than him. I didn't even think the one that was born a month and a half after him would fit, because he was a big baby when he was born. I think he was like 8 or 9 pounds when he was born. So I don't imagine that newborn stuff fit him too long, if it fit him at all. Because my son is, well, the last time he was weighed, he was 10 pounds. When he was born, he was 6 pounds. 6 pounds, 3 ounces. So, he keeps popping his binky out. There you go. My mom's boyfriend's mother got him this little guy when we went upstate. Pete the cat. He loves it. And when we went upstate, we went camping for the first time. Well, for his first time, not mine. And it was right close by to the place where I used to go camping when I was a kid. And there's this big, huge rock that has an Indian painted on it. And there's pictures of me when I was a kid on that rock, and I got a picture of me and my son on that rock. I was so excited. My mom's like, "You're glowing, it's so cute." And I'm like, well, it's like a thing now. And once he gets a little bit older, I'd want to go back there and go camping where we used to go camping, because I had so much fun. I mean, I was only like 4 or 5 years old. My sister was, I think she just learned to walk, or it was a little bit after she learned to walk. So we were both pretty young. My sister's 4 years younger than me. I'm the oldest, unfortunately. So, it was fun. We were just there for 1 night. We were supposed to be there for 2 nights, but due to weather, we ended up leaving a day early. So, it was fun the 1 night. It was fun driving 5.5, 6 hours. Actually, no. It was about 7 hours because of the stops to get to the camp place from where I live. But I stopped 3 times. 1 because I had to go to the bathroom. 2nd time was to change my son. And then the 3rd time was because I had to pee and he was hungry. So I had to stop and feed him. And yeah, by the time we got there, it was pitch dark. No signal, so I couldn't call my mom to find out exactly how to get to the campsite. So I drove around for about 20 minutes before I was able to actually find where their campsite was. That was fun. Never again. The next time I'm leaving at like 4 o'clock in the morning, so at least if I run into any issues on my way there, I will still have daylight. And it should not take me that long to get there. So yeah, and then he got to meet my grandfather for the first time. My aunt, well, she's my great aunt, so she's his great great aunt. I think that's the only like great great he has left on my side of his family is aunts and uncles. He actually has a a great great uncle, because my grandfather's uncle, who is, I think, a day older than my grandfather, or a day younger, something like that. They're really, really close. They're the same age. I don't remember how that is. But my grandfather's uncle is still alive. My grandfather's 81. And he's now in a nursing home. But he had a stroke. Well, in the last video I said why I haven't been on making videos. My grandfather had a stroke. My grandmother passed away. A good friend passed away. Just a lot of stuff has happened in the past year. And just, my son was really the first good thing that has happened in the past year. And yeah. But anyways, so my grandfather's uncle is still alive, so he has a great uncle. And that's pretty cool. But when I was up there, I got a few things that were my grandmother's. Like, I made her this. It was about like this wide. I can't really say. About like that wide. And about like that long. It was just something that she could cover up, put around her shoulders, or put over her lap. It was like a small lap blanket. Because she was always cold. Always cold. So I made her one of them out of, it was Lion brand. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember which yarn it was, but I know for sure that it was Lion brand. She loved it. She used it every single day. And she's pretty much skin and bones. And she ate, but she just skin and bones. So she was always cold. I got my mom, well, my uncle asked me if I wanted that. I really didn't want it because it's, I don't know. I'm still having a hard time with her being gone. And it's been 8 months. It will be 8 months on the 27th of this month that she's been gone. And I still have moments where I'm like, why couldn't you hold off just a little longer? Like, she was so excited when she found out that I was pregnant. And like, why couldn't, like, I wish she was alive long enough to find out what I was having. She just needed to wait 2 more months. And right? Yeah. She passed away January 27th. We found out beginning of March that we were having a boy. So she didn't have that long to wait. But I know she had no control over what had happened, so. And I know she's watching over us. So. But there was that lap blanket that I made, and I keep hitting. My son does not like sleeping in his bassinet, and there's pockets, and I have diapers right there, and my phone on top of the diapers, and I keep hitting the pockets, and it's making the thing move, so my phone is moving. And my son likes to sleep in the thing that vibrates. That's the only thing he'll sleep. Either that or he'll sleep on the floor, on a blanket. I think the longest I've gotten to sleep in the bassinet was 2 hours. That's it. Any other time, it's 15 minutes, and then he's wake up. Anyways, there was the lap blanket, the blanket that my brother gave my grandmother for Christmas, the last Christmas that we got to spend with her. she collected bookmarks. She loved reading. So she had a bunch of unicorn bookmarks. And I asked my mom, I'm like, are you doing anything with those? Do you want those? Or what's going to happen with them? She's like, no, if you want them, you can have them. And I'm like, good. Because I've always, ever since I was a little kid, because that's how long she's had those, is I've always wanted those bookmarks. And I take after my grandmother with, you know, loving to read. And I also got a bunch of her books. But that was the last time I went up there when my mom threw me a baby shower. I got a tote full of books. There's a lot of books. And also some, I'll have to show you in another video. It's a bunch of cross stitching, because she used to cross stitch. She used to cross stitch, she used to crochet, she used to knit. She used to draw. Very awesome drawer. What else did she do? Oh, she used to bake and design cakes. She made one cake for my mom when she was a kid. It was like a dress. Like I don't know if it was like a Holly Hobby dress or something. I don't know. All I know is it was a dress, and I know my mom liked Holly Hobby. I could just be making things up, but I don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't know. I think it had something to do with Holly Hobby, but I don't know. I could be wrong. But I do know there was a cake with a dress. But I could be just making things up. Like thinking that I know what I'm talking about, but no, not really. Anyways. Another thing that I got is that photo right there. It's kind of hard to see because it's back there on the wall. It's my great grandparents. It's my grandfather's parents. It's actually like the brown part. It's like a wood piece. Well, something that makes it feel like it's wood. And then it's painted. And then right here is my great grandmother. And right there is my great grandfather. They're painted on there too, and it's kind of, I think, I would have to feel it again, but I'm pretty sure that they're etched on there, or it's just painted. I know, like the brown part, it's like carved out to give it that kind of look. But I got some of my grandfather's stuff. My grandfather is a knife collector and a gun collector. And I got some of his knives. Not all the knives that I wanted, but some of them. They're pretty cool. I'm not going to show them to you because they're in the other room. Have them away from little fingers. And he's not crawling yet, but I would hate for him to, you know, get into where the knives are, so they're in a room where he can't get to. So there's that. Oh, I also got one of my grandfather's steins. It's got a shamrock on it. He's got a bunch of them. It's so weird being back home. It doesn't feel the same. It's a lot of things have changed, and it's just like it kind of made me sad. Like a lot has changed, and it just doesn't feel right anymore. Like I was telling my husband, I'm like, going up there before, I used to feel like I was home. Now I don't feel like I'm home when I'm there. And it's sad. It makes me really sad because, you know, that's where all my family is. I think the closest family I have here is like an hour and a half away. But I'm not really close with that part of my family, so I mean, I talk to, it's my uncle and my aunt, my grandmother's brother, who lives about an hour and a half away, but I don't talk to him that much. I only talk to him, excuse me, when like he comes to New York. Oh wait, no, he's in New York. Forgot, he moved. He used to live in Connecticut, and now he lives in Brooklyn. But the only time that we talked to him is when he went upstate. But he's got health issues where he can't really see, so he doesn't do much traveling anymore. So, yeah. But, so, back to crocheting. I got sidetracked. Life stuff. So I want to try and make some amigurumis. I've done it. I've made, well, I have attempted to make a jellyfish and failed. My husband has that one at his job at work. The colors I use makes it look like a radish with the roots. So, yeah. I was really upset with that, and I'm like, you can tie it behind your car and let it dangle for all I care. I don't want to see it. I was getting ready to throw it away because I was so mad. I'm like, it looks horrible. He's like, no, don't throw it away. I'll take it. I'm like, what are you going to do with it? It looks horrible. No. So he's like, I'll put it in my box at work. And I'm like, whatever, as long as it's not here and I can see it. I was so mad. But I want to try and make, I don't even know. There was a thing something I saw in one of the magazines. Maybe it's this one. This one, Simply Crochet, issued 73. Little bit of dyslexia going on there. My husband wants me to make him the little cactus. So you could put in his box. He was like, make it this. I'm like, how big do you want the cactus? He's like, make it this big. And I'm like, no, I'm not making it that small. If I'm not using one of those really, really fine needles to make something like that. Here it is. I want to make this for my son. And see if he likes it. There's another one. I think it was in one of the other books. I think it was a fox or a cat. I should have gotten these out just to begin with. I also want to try these. Let's see if I can do this without showing the pattern. Oh, look at that. I did it. This one says, welcome little one. And this one says, be brave and fly. I want to do this one. But I might change the colors of the birds and make them look like cardinals. Because that was my grandmother's favorite bird, is the cardinal. And I have this book, so I want to try and make some of the stuff that's in this book. Actually, there's a book. No, it's not there. I thought it was over there, but it's not. Where is... I thought it was this one. I could be wrong. I think I am. Yeah. What is everything is right here? It's handy. And this one? There's another stuffed animal that I wanted to try and make for the little man. Oh, this lady, I don't know if you, this is issue 72. When I was looking through this is the first thing, well, when I flipped to this page, this is the first thing I saw. Now, I love pugs. Pugs are my #1 favorite dog. This is awesome. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, how in the world does she do that? Like, look at that. That's all crocheted. That is amazing. Like, the stuff people can do with things like it's just, wow. I wish I, like there's no way I would even try to attempt to do something like that. That is awesome. Oh, here it is. The little doggy. And I think there was one more in here. And again, I could be wrong. I am going to make that because the kit for this came with the magazine, so I want to try and do that too. But yeah, there's quite a bit of things. I hit it again. Quite a bit of things that I want to try and do before the end of the year, but it's going to be hard because there's things that I want to make people for Christmas. Like there's a blanket. I can talk about it on here because I know my brother doesn't watch my videos. His favorite band, I want to make him a blanket, kind of like do a bunch of squares, stitch them together with their symbol. So that's gonna take quite a bit. And I asked him, like, if I make you a blanket, what size do you want it? He's like, I want it the biggest. And I'm like, okay, there's a twin, a full, or a queen.